Hey guys, it's The-Nusk and welcome to another video. So today is going to be a bit of a different video because we're not going to be playing Heliotrope for once and we're going to be playing Rogue. I recently started picking up Rogue and I'm hugely enjoying the class. It has so many options, a bit like Helio, but it has something that the Helio doesn't. It's burst and the ability to really outdamage anyone in the game if you are able to put the combo down. Whereas Heliotrope, your damage is gonna always be limited by the size of a map and the size of a direction you're gonna do, and so you're a bit blocked by like the maximum amount you can do. And Rogue, I feel like you're always gonna be having the damage to one-shot someone or pretty close to it if you have just the perfect setup. And I'm really enjoying this kind of combo burst type of gameplay. Here you can see that I'm on the Dofus official site and I'm trying to learn the name of the spells in English so that I can give you some higher quality content in English and I'm not always like looking for words and trying to do my own bootleg translations. So I learned that Entourloupe is called Dirty Trick in English. Roublardise is roguery. I could have figured that one out. But this kickback kind of makes sense. And stuff like that. So I'm gonna be really making an effort to try to get the names correctly in English. I won't get it on my gear pieces, but at least on my spells. And with that being said, we're gonna continue this video with a bit of gameplay footage. So as you'll see right from the start, I'm not playing at level 200. I decided to convert my low-level Elio into a low-level Rogue as I wasn't enjoying Heliotrope low-level as much. I already had enough to do on my higher level Heliotrope, so I didn't feel the need to do more Heliotrope gameplay. Why did I choose to play lower level first? I've got some criticism saying that I probably wasn't good enough to play high level and I prefer to play on smurfing accounts to win. And like I get why you would say that, but it's really definitely not the case. One of the reasons I enjoy playing lower level is because I'm very nostalgic from the era when I was playing in middle school, and just enjoying Dofus as it was, doing some bounties and whatnot at level 80, 90. I never had a level 200 character at that times. Only when I came back to the game 2 or 3 years ago, I finally got a character high level and stuff like that. So I love low level PvP for that reason alone. The second reason is, like, when I pick up a class, I don't know its spells, I don't know its natural progression and stuff like that, and like it feels more natural to start from not level 1 because you obviously can't kolo at level 1, but start, from a lower level and just like kind of get like how the class functions. Like, oh, well, you get this spell at this level and it makes sense that you get this spell first, and like generally speaking, just like the progression of a class and like a bit of trying out all of the different spells. If I were to start at level 200 on Rogue, I would just like pick the best variants that whatever YouTuber is telling me to pick, and I would never like understand the class and like why do we choose this variant over this variant. I would just like have this mindset of one set of spells and never change it. And this way I get to experience like all the spells of a class and progressively like build up towards this or this variant and make my own choices. And I really like that. And it's true, low level PvP is a less stressful environment, and I like to pick up a class in like this kind of matches instead of like really try-harding strategies level 200. This way I get a feel for the gameplay, and then, as I will progress, and maybe one day I'll get to level 200, maybe I'll make a 200 rogue right away, I'll know what I want to do, how I want to play my class, and overall it's just a lot more fun for me this way. So that's like the reason why I do it, how I do it. So now about Rogue in itself. So Rogue is a really hard class to play. I obviously already watched some people play, like Defy, Mugli, Kishwin, those guys. So I had like a somewhat of an idea of how the class worked, but like putting it into action, that was a whole different ballpark. It's really fun though. So from level 80 to 95, I didn't even record because I was making so many fails. I was ashamed of myself. It was like when I started playing Heliotrope and like my redirection never worked. Pretty much the same level. It was horrible. So you will get a fail montage at the end of this video. You will see me failing a lot, but you won't see the hardest fails I done because they were really terrible. I'll show you a lot of my fails at the end of the video because I think like obviously not the better rogue players, but people maybe starting with a class or who don't know the class, maybe you'll learn something from my fails and try not to reproducing them at home. It's really hard, but it's also really rewarding. Once I started like understanding the one-shot mechanisms and stuff like that, it was super fun to just like one-shot someone from 2000 HP. And it's like why I play Heliotrope and Xelor and Rogue. It's because you have so many more options than your opponent most of the time, and it's just really satisfying. Also, the game knowledge gives you a huge edge on your opponent. Like, if they don't understand what you're doing, obviously they're gonna have much more trouble beating you. And I think that's one of the reasons why Elios and Gazelles and Rogues win matches is because their opponents don't know their classes as good as they know theirs. And believe me, those classes would be much less strong if people actually knew how to play against them. And yeah, I kind of appreciate that edge we have on other players. So there's definitely going to be more Rogue content coming up because I really enjoy the class, and I hope you guys will enjoy the videos I make about it. I won't stop Heliotrope videos because I also love this class. It's my main, and I'm not going to be stopping playing it, even though there's a lot of things that I don't appreciate about it, especially Summon Mastery, which blocks our portals all the time. I already talked about it a million times, so I'm not going to be extending too much about it. But I'm definitely like waiting for the Sakura nerfs and the small SRAM nerf to come. Maybe it will create a better environment for the Heliotrope. I certainly hope so. And we're still going to be recording some games, making either some commentaries or some compilations with nice plays and a bit of music. We'll see, but in any case, there's still going to be some Elio, and a majority of Elio on this channel, unless I become the best rogue ever, but I don't see that happening right now. Before we go into the fail section, where you're gonna be able to enjoy watching me fail for a couple of minutes, I would like to ask you for your support. If you enjoyed the introduction I made, which took me a lot of time to do, if you enjoyed this video or want to see more, I would really appreciate it if you could leave me a like and a subscribe. I'm probably never going to be living off YouTube, but you never know. Just kidding, but I really appreciate your guys' feedback, and it's the small commentaries and the nice stuff you say that really keeps me motivated to do more videos. So if you enjoyed it, just a simple click, it helps me. The first category of fails is miscalculating AP, MP, or range to do the spell you have in your turn, which you like thought you were gonna do. So for example, here I create a turn, I create a wall, and I wanted my boombot to put the Craw in the wall, and as you can see, it doesn't have enough range. Obviously, it would have more range if I were higher level, but that's not the core of the issue. I didn't calculate that, and that's something I have to work on. Another problem I encountered pretty often is getting a bomb isolated. Like, the Pandawa just threw my bomb away, and he's gonna put a Wasta down, and I'm gonna be completely unable to detonate that bomb or fuse it, and I'm gonna be playing with 2 bombs for a very long time as this fight, because you see, I don't have a range, and farther down in the fight, he's just gonna put a Kawat in front of a bomb, and I'm gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with that. So that's definitely something I have to work on as well, is always, like, kinda have your bombs near yourself. The only exception, I would say, is if you keep a very big bomb for a dirty trick later on in the fight, but that's a bit different. This one is just a fast one. I had calculated a turn to try and one-shot that Foggernaut, which was completely destroying me in that fight. And I got surprised by something I didn't know, is that when you're trying to walk through your bomb wall, even though I was kaboomed, it makes you go one spot by one spot, and it completely cucked me because I thought I was gonna just run through that wall and put a bomb next to him. I'm not sure it would have killed him, but definitely surprised me. In this clip, we have 2 fails for the price of 1. First thing is, I got spotted by during roguery because I'm way too obvious when I use it. I don't know how come when I try to brain it never works. I just end up braining myself and making the most obvious choice every single time. And then the second mistake I make in this match is not knowing my damage, and that obviously comes from the fact that my damage is evolving all the time and enemy resistances are evolving, and definitely something I hope is going to improve. I was hoping it would one-shot him, and it didn't. Here, another example of not calculating my damage good enough. I was trying to go for the one-shot on Visika flip because he had rushed me super hard and dealt way too much damage to me. But unfortunately, I don't have a damage to finish him, and I die. This last clip I wanted to include because I got completely destroyed by a SRAM who was playing his impulsion traps super well, and he put me in my wall every single turn and killed me like by turn 4. It was really nicely played by him, and I just wanted to include it in this video. And that's it for this video. So you saw me win a bit at the beginning, and you saw me fail a lot at the end. I hope that the ratio is going to keep going up in favor of wins and less fails, and that we're going to have some interesting videos to show you guys. I'm looking forward to gaining new spells and learning new ways to play. Obviously crossing, but I'll try to use that as less as possible, maybe like just against Cross where I really need to rush them with Ruse. But other than that, I'll try to use it like as little as possible, because really I think that playing with Kickback and Magnet is not only like a more skilled way to play, even though I don't like this expression very much, but it makes you see combos a lot differently, and I really am going to try to do that. But what I'm really looking forward to is getting shot pellets, Mega Bomb, and Walking Bomb, because that's really gonna change my gameplay quite a bit. And as this video comes to an end, I would really appreciate it if you could leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please be free to write in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see next time. I'm open to a lot of different content, and maybe you guys could give me some good ideas. I wish you the best of luck in your PvP matches, and I'll see you guys next time. It was The-Nusk.